Hey ladies, today is Friday, October 4th, 2019. I'm 12 weeks postpartum. Actually, I'm close to the end of my 12th week. But I wanted to get on here and give a weekly update. Um, so 12 weeks, what is going on? I can't believe it's been almost 3 months. It's not quite 3 months. Michaela will be 3 months on October 8th, which is this coming Tuesday, but she was 12 weeks as of last Monday. I have her wrapped, or oh, this is not her hair. I just noticed. I have her in her wrap, and you notice I did a review on this wrap, or not really a full review. I told you guys about it, and look, I'm starting to get a little tear in it already. So if you want to get it. But it's I've been using it on and off for like 3 months, and it's already starting to get a little tear. So maybe it's better to buy the more expensive one, or they're not so overly priced that you might just want to go ahead and get another one. But given that this is thin and we're getting ready to go into the winter months where I live, I think I'm going to buy a more expensive one that's a little heavier. And she's going to I'm still putting her in the newborn way that you put them in, which is kind of like a little cross the body. But I'm going to end up very soon have to put her in. She'll be too big to carry in this way, and I'll end up having to put her in more of the larger baby way, and her feet will be hanging straight down. So right now she's kind of like angled across my body, if you can see, like her feet are over here. So yeah, that's that. But what did I want to talk about? Okay, so baby updates. The clinginess, how is that working out? Well, I did the shirt thing I mentioned in my clingy baby video. My husband wore one of my shirts briefly just to see how it was going to that had my scent on, like a big t-shirt, and it didn't do anything. She screamed and cried. This was last Friday. She screamed and cried just like she was being strangled. However, the next day, he stopped after that and was like, it didn't work. Next day, she started letting him hold her again. So I don't know if it was a delayed response, but she started to let him hold her again. So, yeah, so we're better at that. It's not perfect. Sometimes if she's too fussy or tired, she'll still want me, but he can do things with her. She can be good for him, and she can let him take her. She still will not let other people do it though. I recently had a friend visiting me. She was here since Wednesday. She just left. She was here from Dallas, and recently had her, and Michaela would not let her hold her. She would let her play with her and touch her, and she'd smile at her and laugh and all that, but she would not let her hold her. As soon as my friend went to pick up Michaela, when she would hold her, Michaela would start screaming and crying. So she would not do it. I tried to do the shirt thing, but I felt a little weird about asking my friend to wear like one of my old, like not just old t-shirts, but like to put on a t-shirt that I'd been wearing. I shouldn't have felt that way, but I did. And so I didn't have her do it, and so Michaela never really warmed up. It also wasn't that long. She was here Wednesday afternoon. She left Friday early evening, late afternoon. So she wasn't here too long, but Michaela wouldn't let her hold her. So, but it was fine. It was nice to have the company. And I hadn't seen her in a couple of years, so it was great to see her. Now, the issue is seeing her made me realize how much of a mess I look. My friend is so pretty and so put together, and she shows up and she's so glammed out, and not even glammed, but not because she's trying to be glam. She just naturally is. Do you have a friend like that? I hate her, but I love her. It's like she's not trying. This is not, oh, she spent hours in front of the mirror. This is just like her natural self. And yeah, she had some makeup on and she had her hair done, but she wasn't doing anything extra that so many women weren't doing. She wasn't wearing club makeup. She had a little makeup on, a little, just looked put together, but she's such a beautiful girl that she made me feel like a dumpster. Like, no lie. I felt like a dumpster. I'm looking at myself. My toes have seen better days, haven't had a pedicure, and Lord knows how long. My nails, I'm looking at myself, and I thought I was looking good for somebody who just had a baby 3 months ago, but I felt so fat. And of course my jeans, I'm in my jeans, my pre-pregnancy jeans, but of course I felt like muffin toppy in all of them, and I don't usually even have a muffin top, but I'm like, why aren't these jeans fitting? Why aren't these things working? So, and I was back in them, and a couple of weeks ago, I was wearing these jeans around thinking like, I look cute in my jeans. Back in my jeans, all that, because I lost pregnancy weight, a lot of it, so quickly that I wasn't even thinking about it. But then just having her here, as much as I love her, I felt like a dumpster fire. I just felt so inadequate and so ugly. Yeah, that's really it. Like, it's nothing. It's felt inadequate and ugly, and was like, wow, I'm not even a woman. My breasts are milk bags for a baby. I have no libido. No interest in sex. My body feels, even though I've recovered, I am healed. I lost 95% of my baby weight immediately. I still feel alien in my body, and my breasts, I don't know if I ever want anybody to touch them again, because there are things attached to my body that I use to feed her. There's not a sexual aspect to them at all for me. I know everybody's different, especially with breastfeeding. I know some women actually, can enjoy it because the hormone that is released is either the same or very similar. I think it's the same. It's like the sex hormone, but please, they feel like I feel like a cow with the teats being pulled. When you see people milking the cow and they're pulling the teats, that's how I feel. It's nothing sexual about it. It's more like agricultural, if that's a better word. So I feel agricultural. But the baby, so she's still clingy to me with not that her daddy's not a third party, but she's still clingy to me, especially with she's taken to her dad, so that's good. Again, that's the primary person I need her to take to, because he is my help when he comes home. I do also need her to start taking to this nanny that I want to start having come here. But that'll be next week. So I might try to get the woman to do the shirt. I just feel weird having someone else put on a shirt that I'd been wearing. I have to have been wearing it so it can have the scent. So I also thought about letting the nanny using this wrap and letting the nanny put her in the wrap, but the wrap is special for me. But no, not really. I mean, I would let her do it. So, I have to see about that. Michaela's sleeping habits. So Michaela used to sleep through the night when she was a month old, like straight through the night. Right now, I'm trying to get a routine. I'm trying to get a bedtime routine. I know they say that babies should have routines, nap routines. The whole day should be a routine. I'm not good at that. I haven't been able to master that. I know people you see on here have had routines, nighttime routine, daytime routine, wake up routine, afternoon routine, newborn, and all that all over YouTube. I'm not good at the routine. If you're good at a routine, more power to you. I'm trying to get into a bedtime routine with her. So for me, that's, doing the same things over and over. I do not bathe her every night. So, now that she's getting a little older, I might start to do that, but she only gets a bath like maybe 2 to 3 times a week. And that's fine. They're not supposed to get baths every night. So if you're doing a bath as a nighttime routine, you'd have to do it every night. And they're not supposed to get bathed every day when they're newborns because it dries out their skin. It's not necessary. So I don't really include that as part of routine. It does happen, but it's not part of the routine. What I do for my routine-ish, and again, I'm still working on it. It's not perfected. Is we do pajamas. I read a book. I want to change her pajamas. Usually, and for the most of her life, whatever she was wearing was her pajamas. It was like if she didn't soil it, or she's not a big throw up baby, but if as long as it wasn't soiled too much, she was wearing that to sleep in, so it wasn't changing. But now I'm trying to actively change her out of what she sleeps in, and then changing her into pajamas, so that can be more of a routine for her. So I do pajamas, I read her a book, we say prayers, and we try to go with God after that and see what happens. I put white noise on. I try to cuddle her and rock her, and whatever's necessary to get her going off to sleep. That's really what the beginning of my routine is. Time wise, well, she a lot of people try to put their babies to bed around 7:30. That's probably a good time. I haven't started back to work. I'm still on maternity leave. But what I don't like about such an early time is that by the time I get home from work, it would be basically starting her nighttime routine. I wouldn't really have too much time to spend with her because she'd be like sleepy and fussy. So it'd be like, yeah, put that baby to bed, I guess. And maybe that's a good time, 7:30. I'd like to do like 8, maybe, just to have a little time with her, other than nighttime routine time. I think she wants to get up, but she's okay in a wrap. So, at least for a little while, but she is like trying to punch me in the neck. So yeah, so, so yeah, so that's kind of what I'm looking at. Maybe 8 o'clock, 8:30. It really depends. Like, we could start the nighttime routine. She doesn't always go to sleep right away. Sometimes she gets really fussy and won't go to sleep or fight sleep. Sometimes she'll go to sleep. So it really depends more on what we can do and how late she naps. I try to wake her up from her nap. Sometimes you wake her up from her nap and you wish you didn't wake her up from her nap. If her naps, because I don't have a routine with the naps, and her naps vary. What I have learned is that she tends to be a 2 hour up, and then she starts to get sleepy. So for her, 2 hours of activity or 2 hours up, and then she starts roughly, give or take, and then she starts to get tired again. So, and then when she won't go to sleep is then fussiness, and then when she does go to sleep, she, if she doesn't get that nap out, it'll be she's like putting on a show. If she doesn't get the nap out, she usually doesn't have her arm let's try to adjust her a little bit. She usually doesn't have her arm moving around so much. So I think she's waking up, but she still sleeps. So I don't know. When I have her in the wrap, she's usually a little more settled still. But yeah, so she's usually 2 hours is enough activity, and then she's usually starting to get tired. Doesn't mean she'll nap. Sometimes she fights it, or she won't nap, or whatever goes on. And then I'm dealing with fussy baby. As far as her development, it's she's playing with toys better now. She has some toys that she wasn't interested before. She wasn't interested in toys, but now she likes 2 toys. And today she was actually playing. I'm going to show you the 2 toys. Oh, okay, drop that. This toy I bought, she likes. I bought this from Amazon. It's like Manhattan Toy Company, and she likes it because I noticed when I pump, she usually plays with the tubes on my pump, and I noticed that she was so interested in those tubes, and I bought this because it reminded me of the tubes. And in the middle is a little cube that's like a rattle, so she does like this. She likes to hold it. I mean, what else do you do with this? And today she started playing with. This is Freddy the Firefly. This is a Lamaze brand toy. So she started to play with this and play with the crinkle. It's like crinkle sounds. It has, different textures for babies to feel. She really started to pay attention to this today. It's black and white on the back, which helps with visual stimulation. But she really started to pay attention to it. That was the first time I ever saw her really paying attention to it. Until today, she would primarily just... she would maybe look at it but today she was like holding it and all of that. So she really, I'm sorry, I'm trying to pick up this thing I dropped. But she really showed an interest in it today. So I was happy about that because I can see her developing so much. She tries to stand. If you're holding her up and she's standing, she will take steps and put one foot in front of the other. If she's on her tummy, she does try to crawl a little bit. So she'll kick in those legs. I don't know if it's because she hates tummy time, because she does hate tummy time, or if it's because she is learning to crawl, or that's the beginning of crawling. She's not great at tummy time. Like I said, she doesn't like it. We don't do it probably as much as we need to. I try to do it as long as I can, but she starts screaming, and it's just screaming. I just get over it, and that can happen pretty quickly. So I try to put her down and turn her into it. Sometimes we play the rolling game where I'll roll her from her front to her back, and then back to her front. And so she'll do a little tummy time in between that. And then as I roll her and then come back and then roll her the other way and come back. So I think that's really the big developments there with that. So I just wanted to give you an update. But the biggest thing is I feel atrocious. I don't know if I'm depressed or what, but I just was looking at myself and I was like, gosh, who is this woman? Yeah, who is this woman? But so yeah, that's that. So I'm almost at 13 weeks, and Michaela will be 3 months on Tuesday. But I will update you guys next week and let you know how things are going. But this is just my 12-week update, and it doesn't get easier. I don't know. I need you to tell me. Maybe I'm not maybe it's not as hard as it was like in the very, very beginning, but it's still pretty hard. All right, ladies, I'll talk to you soon.